Assalamualaikum and good morning to our lecturer, Madam Farizam. My name is Nur Haslinda and I'll start the presentation on penetrating the Latin American market. We have divided the role and responsibility for this task. Me as project manager, Christina as marketer, Atira as cultural analyst, and finally Fatin as negotiation strategist. Our presentation objectives are first, to conduct detailed research on the Latin American market, second, to focus on cultural diversity, economic landscape, business opportunity, and challenges. And lastly, to pay particular attention to communication style and negotiation tactic used in a Guadalajara's region. The country that we choose is Mexico. Mexico stands out as a country that could particularly enjoy Malaysian cuisine. Both Mexican and Malaysian cuisine share a love for bold, spicy flavor, complex sauces, and a variety of ingredients such as rice, seafood, and chilies. The chosen restaurant is Rumah Makan Rendang Tok Yop. This Malaysian restaurant located in Kuala Kangsar concept rooted in the rich culinary tradition of Malaysia that focus on the Rendang Tok dish from the state of Perak. The restaurant is owned and conceptualized by entrepreneur with a deep passion for introducing Malaysian flavor to a global audience. So why Mexico? The reason is Mexico is the most significant economy in Latin America with 131 million people. It is a strategic location with the access to both North and Latin American market, making it a key player in the international market and significant potential customer base for a new and exotic food product. We move on brief overview of the Latin American market. Mexico is the second largest economy in Latin America with a diverse landscape encompassing manufacturing, services, and agriculture. USMCA, while enhancing access to the international market, its rich cultural heritage influences consumer behavior, making localized strategies crucial for success. However, business must navigate challenges such as regulatory complexity and regional differences to thrive in this vibrant market. Lastly, I'll explain about the importance of effective communication and negotiation. First, build trust to adapt to local cultures and norms. Second, understand market to gather accurate local insight. Third, form partnership to negotiate beneficial deal. Next, position brand to tailor message to local tastes. Finally, to ensure compliance to meet legal and regulatory requirements. As shown in the picture, we would like to introduce rendang with lemak, rendang with rice, rendang wrap to Mexico, with variety of chicken, meat, and mutton. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Narcisina Batrisha binti Mama Asri. I will be the presenter for the marketing strategy. So let's get started. Mexico Economic Overview. According to the World Economic Outlook database, Mexico is the second largest economy and one of the world top 15 that had a nominal GDP of 1.78 trillion USD in 2023, with a 3.2% projected growth driven by a strong services sector and rising private consumption. Despite a 2023 slowdown, the economy outpaced the regional average. However, slower growth is expected in 2024 due to the decreased US economic activity. Next, as you can see in the both picture, according to the trading economy Mexico, unemployment rate fell to 2.9% in July 2024, down from 3.9% a year earlier, with a 1.9 million unemployed and 60.3 million employed. In Q4 2023, foreign direct investment (FDI) is increased by USD 861.9 million, led by manufacturing, transportation, storage, and financial services, reflecting a strong industrial and financial growth. According to the trading economy bilateral agreement in context of Mexico and Malaysia, the favorable trade and investment climate created by bilateral agreement between Mexico and Malaysia is a key to our restaurant success in Guadalajara through a joint venture. This agreement, which spans sectors like trade, finance, and transportation, and promote foreign investment by simplifying regulation and offering tax incentive, similar to our restaurant, can benefit from the streamlined process and economic cooperation fostered by these bilateral ties. Economic landscape of Guadalajara. According to the World Population Review and Wikipedia contributed in 2024, Guadalajara is a major economic hub in Mexico, known for its technology manufacturing and cultural tourism. The city attracts significant foreign direct investment (FDI) and rented in the Mexico by GDP. From the video, Islam influence in Mexico is notable, with Guadalajara name rooted in Arabic. Although the Muslim population is small, estimated at 600 to 800 monthly visitors to Islamic Center, the Muslim community in Mexico is growing with over 120,000 Muslims. In conclusion, opening an authentic halal restaurant in Guadalajara is a great opportunity due to the rising demand from the Muslim community, the city culture diversity, and the lack of halal option. The venture will enrich the local food scenes and attract a diverse customer base, making Guadalajara is our ideal location. Next is the key industry in Guadalajara. Number 1, electronic. Guadalajara is a major hub for electronic manufacturing, hosting over 114 companies and leading Mexico in electronic and digital component production. Number 2, information technology. Guadalajara is a key IT hub with about 14% of Mexico IT industry based in Jalisco. The city attracts major tech firms such as Amazon. Number 3, e-commerce. The rise of e-commerce has boosted demand for logistics and warehousing, making this sector crucial to Guadalajara economy, which see nearly 40% of its GDP from industry. Number 4, commerce and services. Commerce and tourism employ about 60% of Guadalajara population. The city features a vibrant commercial sector with major retail development and shopping center serving both local and tourists. Lastly, culinary industry. Guadalajara is renowned for its gastronomic tourism, notably the tequila route, which highlight tequila production and regional culinary delight. The city culinary scene also features themed restaurant and innovative concepts such as dinosaur themed eatery inspired by the Harry Potter saga. This unique dining experience attracts both local and tourists, further enriching Guadalajara's vibrant food culture. Culture diversity. Guadalajara, the capital of Jalisco, is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, blending indigenous Spanish and modern influence. Famous for its tequila and traditional dish like bria, the city food festival celebrates local flavor through dynamic events that showcase and preserve its rich culinary tradition. Regional differences. Guadalajara, renowned for its traditional Jalisco cuisine, feature iconic dishes like birria, tortas, ahogadas, and pozole, with a strong emphasis on local ingredient and recipe. It focuses culinary identity and dedication to regional specialties, make it an ideal location for opening a restaurant centered on authentic traditional flavors like ours, providing a specialist and targeted market for new venture. Mexico City diverse food scene blending traditional Mexican and international cuisine might not be ideal for restaurants focused on authentic food, regional dish. The capital broad and competitive market could overshadow a niche offering, making Guadalajara focused culinary identity a more suitable choice for showcasing traditional flavor. Strategy managing across culture. We chose a polycentric predisposition for managing our authentic Malaysian restaurant in Guadalajara because it's aligned with Mexico high-power design culture. By tailoring our management strategy to local custom, we can build trust, ensure smooth operation, and resonate with both staff and customer. This approach helps avoid conflict that could arise from imposing foreign practice and enhance the local dining experience while preserving the authenticity of our Malaysian cuisine. Entry strategy. We choose joint venture is ideal for opening our authentic restaurant in Guadalajara because of the city high-power design culture. Partnering with the local business provided valuable connection and insight into authority structure and culture nuance. This local expertise simplifies decision-making, reduce risk, and ensure culture sensitivity, increasing market acceptance and making it a strategic choice for entry. Major opportunities opening a restaurant in Guadalajara. First, rich culinary scene. Guadalajara, vibrant culinary scene blending traditional Mexican and international flavor, is perfect for introducing our rendang. With over 17,000 restaurants and growing appreciation diverse spicy food, the city residents are known for enjoying both flavorful dish, making them well suited for our signature rendang. This dynamic food culture offers a promising opportunity for our international restaurant, appealing to both local and visitors seeking authentic global experiences. Strategic location. Opening our restaurant in Guadalajara is a promising due to its lower crime rates compared to other major Mexican cities. Effective law enforcement, heightening tourist security, and local and federal crime fighting effort contribute to a safer environment. While no location is without risk, Guadalajara safety measure make it a favorable choices for our authentic restaurant. Number 3, growing Muslim. The growing Muslim community in Guadalajara presents a unique opportunity for opening our authentic restaurant. As the Muslim population increases, there is a noticeable demand for halal food to accommodate dietary restriction. The rising demand reflects an unmet need for more halal dining options in the city. By offering our authentic halal food, our restaurant can cater this expanding community and align with Guadalajara evolving culinary landscape. Challenges businesses face in the market, strategy, and the resolution. Number one is sourcing ingredient. In Guadalajara, sourcing high quality, locally produced ingredient is challenging, especially for a Malaysian restaurant where key ingredients are not readily available. Our solution is by building a strong local supplier relationship in Guadalajara is crucial for overcoming ingredient sourcing challenges. Partnering with local farmers ensure a steady supply of fresh, highly quality ingredient, while a joint venture with Distribuidora de Alimentos Asianos offer access to specialized ASEAN ingredient not readily available locally. Number 2, halal certification. The limited number of certified halal restaurants in Guadalajara present a challenge and highlighting a significant gap in the market for halal dining option. Our solution is to address the halal dining gap in Guadalajara. We form a joint venture with Halal Quality Mexico. This partnership will guide us through the halal certification process, ensuring our ingredient and production meet halal standard. By collaborating with the Halal Insurance Mexico, we leverage the expertise in international standards from organizations like the World Halal Food Council and JAKIM, which are recognized globally and in Mexico. Lastly, regulatory environment. Navigating Guadalajara restaurant regulation require compliance with food safety, licensing, and tax law. Our solution is we seek professional advice by consulting legal and tax experts to navigate Guadalajara regulatory landscape. Tax advisor will assist with VAT and income tax, while legal consultant will handle license and permit. Deloitte Mexico, with a strong presence in Guadalajara, offer tailored tax and legal service to ensure compliance and avoid costly mistakes. Next, our partner of joint venture. Firstly, Distribuidora Alimentos Asianos is an ideal partner for our restaurant, offering expertise in Asian ingredient and food importation. They ensure access to authentic Malaysian product, help source specialty items, and provide guidance to maintain the restaurant quality and authenticity. Secondly, Canara support our opening of a restaurant by providing regulatory guidance, market research, and staff training. They offer networking opportunities and promotional support to boost visibility and attract customers. Thirdly, Halal Insurance Mexico offer halal certification and training based on Quran and Hadith standard. The process involves completing a questionnaire, reviewing documentation, and on-site audit. If the standards are met, a halal certificate is issued. Lastly, marketing strategy. Firstly, culture event and festival. We research and identify upcoming food festivals such as Festival International de Gastronomia and apply for booths to showcase our signature dish like rendang. Offering a free sample and distributing flyers with information about the restaurant will help attract interest. Collaborating with a local cultural organization to co-host events that celebrate Malaysian cuisine can further enhance visibility. And secondly, special opening promotion. Planning a grand opening event with special promotions such as buy one, get one free on selected dishes. We encourage trial among new customers. Advertise this promotion through social media and local newspaper and flyers distributed in high traffic areas. Lastly, localized marketing material. To cater the local population and avoid cultural insensitivity, we will adopt a polycentric approach by developing bilingual marketing material, including menus and brochure in both Spanish and English, highlighting Malaysian culinary tradition and ingredient. Our packaging will also be in both Spanish and English to better resonate with the local customer. By collaborating with a local graphic designer, we'll ensure the material are culturally relevant and visual appealing. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Uza Atura Kikli and I'm from the IB3A. Today I will discuss about my part, which is cultural analysis on Mexico. We will start with Mexico culture overview. Firstly is key values. Mexican culture tends to be quality-based, emphasizing goals over individual achievements. This can be seen in business settings where teamwork and collaboration are encouraged. There is a strong emphasis on community and working together to achieve common objectives. Next is tradition, where food is essential part of Mexican culture, often used to build relationships. Business meetings may be accompanied by meals, and sharing food can be a way to foster trust and rapport. Traditional Mexican cuisine is not only a point of pride, but also a means of bonding. The third is social norms. In Mexico, business settings, appearance and presentation matter. Dressing professionally and maintaining a polished appearance is important, as it reflects respect and seriousness about the business relationship. The fourth is business practices, where time is viewed more flexibly in Mexican culture. Punctuality is valued, but meetings may start or end later than scheduled. Patience is essential as business negotiation may take time. Rushing through negotiations or pressuring counterparts may be seen as disrespectful. Last but not least is attitudes toward change and innovation. Tradition versus modernity. While Mexican culture respects tradition, where there is also openness to innovation, especially among younger generations. Businesses may balance traditional approaches with modern practices, reflecting a blend of historical influence and contemporary trends. So the second part is Mexico communication style. As everyone knows, they are one of the high context communication country. So let's start with non-verbal cues. In high context cultures like Mexico, a significant amount of communication is conveyed through non-verbal cues such as body language, facial expressions, eye contact, tone of voice, and gesture. Next is importance of context. The context surrounding a conversation, including the relationship between the speakers, their social status, and the setting, plays a critical role in communication. The meaning of what is being said can change depending on who is speaking, their tone, and the situation. Understanding the broader context is essential for accurately interpreting messages. After that, indirect communication. Mexicans often communicate indirectly to maintain harmony and avoid confrontation or embarrassment. They may use vague or ambiguous language, hints, or euphemism rather than direct refusal or criticism. This approach helps to preserve relationships and show respect. Lastly is formality and politeness. Communication in Mexico tends to be polite and formal, especially in business settings. Titles and honorifics are used to show respect, and greetings often include polite inquiries about family and well-being before getting down to business. This formality helps to establish a respectful and cordial atmosphere. Now we move to importance of personal relationships and trust. Begin with relationships building or personalismo. Personal relationships are at the heart of Mexican business culture. Building strong personal connections, known as personalismo, is considered essential before conducting business. This involves getting to know business partners on a personal level, often through social interactions such as meals, events, or informal meetings. Besides that, loyalty and reciprocity. Loyalty is a valued trait, and once a relationship is established, there is an expectation of mutual support and reciprocity. Mexicans often prefer doing business with people they know and trust, which underscores the importance of building and maintaining a good personal relationships. Other than that, trust or confianza as the foundation. Trust or confianza is a cornerstone of business interaction in Mexico. Decisions are often influenced by the level of trust between parties rather than just contractual obligations or formal agreements. Establishing trust can take time, requiring patience and a commitment to the relationship. Once trust is established, it can lead to long-term partnership and loyalty. So the last one is impact on negotiation and agreements. Negotiation in Mexico may take longer due to the emphasis on building trust and relationships. Mexicans may prioritize developing a personal connection before discussing business details or making decisions. Agreements are often seen as flexible, with the expectation that trusted partners will accommodate changes and adapt to circumstances as needed. Mexico cultural significance of language in business settings. First one is formal language. Mexican business settings, formal language is commonly used to show respect and professionalism. The formal or austere form is preferred when addressing colleagues, superiors, clients, or people one in meeting for the first time. For example, phrases like "Como está usted?" "How are you?" or "Es un placer conocer." "It's pleasure to meet you" are commonly used. After that, informal language. The informal "tu" form is used among friends, close colleagues, and peers of similar status. Over time, as business relationships become more professional and trust is established, it is common for people to switch from formal to the informal too. However, this transition should be approached cautiously and is often initiated by the more senior person. Lastly is titles and address. In business communication, it is customary to use titles such as señor, señora, or señorita, and professional titles like licenciado for someone with a bachelor's degree, often used for lawyers and business professionals, or even ingeniero for someone who is engineer, or doctor is for the doctor. Using these titles before the person's surname is a sign of respect. For example, one might address a lawyer as Licenciado Rodriguez. Now we go to business ethics. The first one is importance of greetings. A handshake is the most common and expected form of greeting in Mexican business settings. It should be firm but not overly strong. When meeting someone for the first time, both men and women typically shake hands while maintaining eye contact and smiling. A light flex on the back or a two-handed handshake may be aided for warmth, especially after a relationship has been established. When greeting women in business settings, men may also shake hands if a relationship has been established. A light kiss on the cheek or an air kiss, pressing cheeks together and kissing the air, is common among women and between men and women. However, it is best to wait for the masculine counterpart to initiate this form of greeting. Second one is punctuality. Foreigners are expected to be punctual as a sign of respect. Arriving on time or slightly early for business meeting is recommended. However, it is also important to be patient and understanding if Mexican counterparts arrive a little late. In less formal settings or social gatherings, time is even more flexible. So the last one is gift-giving custom in business context. When selecting gifts, it is important to consider appropriateness and cultural sensitivity. Acceptable gifts include high-quality items such as fine chocolates, gourmet food, wine, or original crafts. Branded items with a company logo or personal item like toys or pen can also be appreciated. Gifts should be wrapped nicely as presentation matters. Now we reach the end of cultural analysis, which is important of cultural sensitivity in Mexican business culture. First one is understanding local custom and practices, such as observing social ethics. Social ethics such as polite greetings, using austere for formal address, and waiting to be invited to use the informal you is crucial. Missteps like addressing someone too informally. Now we reach the end of cultural analysis, which is important of cultural sensitivity in Mexican business culture. First one is understanding local custom and practices such as observing social ethic. Social ethic such as polite greeting, using austere for formal address, and waiting to be invited to use the informal you is crucial. Missteps like addressing someone too informally or neglecting to use proper titles can be seen as disrespectful. Cultural sensitivity involves being observant and following the lead of your Mexican counterparts in these social cues. And the last one is avoiding stereotypes and misconceptions like recognizing diversity. Mexico is a diverse country with varying customs, dialects, and traditions across different regions. Avoiding stereotypes and making an effort to understand specific regional customs shows respect for the country's diversity. For instance, business practices in Mexico City may differ from those in rural areas or other cities.
Hi, my name is Fatina Shahinda and I am the negotiation strategist. Since we want to explore Mexican market, which is a multi-active culture, we should know a few characteristics to penetrate the market, such as simultaneous activities, relationship over time, and flexibility and adaptability. Multi-active culture are defined by a flexible approach to time, a strong emphasis on relationship, and a multitasking mindset. First one is simultaneous activities. In Mexico, people often engage in multiple conversations or tasks at once. Number two is building trust is crucial in Mexican culture. This is because personal connection often take precedence over strict schedules, highlighting the importance of rapport in both business and personal relationship. Last but not least, Mexicans are known for their ability to adapt in changing circumstances, which it is essential in navigating both daily life and business dealing. A particular effective strategy in this context is integrative negotiation, often referred as the win-win approach. This method focuses on expanding resources and finding solutions that benefit all parties involved. For example, in Mexico, where collaboration and understanding are valued, this approach fosters successful outcomes in both business and personal interaction. As we all know, our company are planning to joint venture with 3 others local company, which is Asia Distributors, Halal Mexican Assurance, and also Canirac. The Asia Distributor, or also known as the Distribuidora de Alimentos Asianos, this company is specialized in distributing a wide range of Asian food products, including ingredients, snacks, and prepared meals. They are dedicated to providing high quality product and excellent customer service, which we literally hired them to help us to promote our product in Mexican market. And another important organization in our collaboration is Canirac, which represent the restaurant and prepared food industry in Mexico, which we also try to imply the HORECA concept. Their primary role is to advocate and protect the interests of establishment and prepare and serve food and beverages across the country. And we also have Halal Assurance Mexico, which they offer halal certification and training according to Quranic and Hadith standards. Their process include completing a questionnaire, reviewing documentation, and conducting on-site audit. If the standards are met, they will issue a halal certificate for us. Together, these partners help us to strengthen our presence in the market and ensure we meet the diverse needs for our customer. Next, I'll be discussing about Hofstede cultural dimension in Mexico, which they have a high power distance rate, which refer to how much less powerful members differ to those in authority. In Mexico, we see a high power distance, meaning that hierarchical structure are respected. When negotiating, it's crucial to acknowledge and defer to senior figures as decisions often involve high-level executives. This respect for hierarchy can significantly influence the negotiation process. Next, we have individualism versus collectivism, which it looks at how people integrate into groups. Mexico is a collectivist society where group harmony and relationship are prioritized in negotiation. This means that building long-term relationship is essential. Mexican negotiators often focus on agreement that benefit the entire group rather than just individual interests, as this literally relate to our approach, which we literally choose the integrative tactics where we literally imply the win-win situation. Next, we have masculinity versus femininity, which it looks at emotional roles between genders. Mexico scores moderately on this scale, meaning both achievement and relationship are valued. In negotiation, this creates a balance where achieving goal is important, but so is maintaining harmonious relationship. Mexican negotiators often focus on both tangible outcomes and the relationship and the relation aspect, ensuring that agreements are mutually satisfactory. And next one, we have uncertainty avoidance, measure how much a culture tolerates ambiguity. Mexico has a high level of uncertainty avoidance, which means there's a strong preference for clear rules and structured procedures. As a result, Mexican negotiators typically seek detailed contracts and precise terms to reduce ambiguity. This leads to a cautious approach where all potential risks are carefully evaluated. And last but not least, long-term versus short-term orientation, which it reflects a society focused on long-term commitments versus immediate results. Mexico has exhibited a moderate to high long-term orientation, emphasizing enduring relationship and outcomes. During negotiation, this means that Mexican negotiators are likely consider the long-term implication of agreements. There are also few rule of contract and legal considerations, which contracts in Mexico are vital. There are two key purposes. First one is legal formalization, where the contract helps to protect businesses and ensure clarity in agreements. The second one is local legal framework, which it is essential to tailor the contract to Mexican law for compliance. And in terms of legal consideration, there are two also, which is due diligence, make sure where they comply with local regulation to minimize risk. And the second one is legal consultation, which it is a good idea to work with local legal experts to navigate Mexican business law. There are two approaches to conflict resolution in Mexico. The first one is collaborative problem solving, where conflicts are often resolved through collaborative approaches that seek to address the concern of all parties involved. Mediation by a respected individual may also be used to facilitate resolution. And the second one is patience and diplomacy, where resolution processes can be lengthy, requiring patience and diplomacy. Maintaining a respectful and understanding attitude is key to reaching an agreement. As we all know, Mexico are literally high power distant country, which they literally value hierarchical structure. And reaching an agreement, there are two parts, which is consensus building. Agreements are usually reached through consensus, which with a focus on ensuring that all parties are satisfied with the outcome. And the second one is formalization of agreements. While personal relationships are crucial, formal written agreements are also important to clarify terms and prevent future dispute, as Mexicans are high uncertainty avoidance. Next is our negotiation strategy phases with our joint venture company, which there are literally 5 phases, which is the phase 1 is building relationship, which we get to know our potential partner and establish trust, and also building rapport. Second phase is planning work together on how to collaborate and get to understanding each other. The third one is exchanging offer, where we share offers, ask for concession and agree on trades off. Phase 4, which is a persuasion, we highlight the benefit of the deal and explore areas where you both agree, as this could be related to win-win situation terms. The phase 5 is literally the agreement, which it reflect on what we work, finalize the deal, and also schedule up for follow-up meetings. Other than that, face-to-face meetings are also preferred in Mexico because it literally emphasize building personal relationship where the culture for establishing personal connection and trust are crucial in Mexican business. In-person interaction helps demonstrate commitment and respect, which are valued highly in Mexico. And other than that, they also non-verbal communication, where direct communication allows for the exchange of non-verbal cues, such as body language, facial expression, which play a significant role in understanding the context and emotion in Mexican business interaction. And lastly, we have relationship over transaction. In Mexico, business is often conducted within the context of personal relationships. Face-to-face meeting helps to solidify this relationship and ensure that agreements are based on mutual trust and understanding. Before we penetrate our Mexican market, there are a few negotiation styles that we need to know, such as relationship-oriented negotiation, where building personal trust is more important than just the transaction. Second is indirect communication, avoid direct confrontation. Instead, we aim for harmony. The third one is flexibility and patience. Negotiation tend to be slow-paced and focus on finding a solution where everyone agrees on. And last but not least, hierarchical respect, which decisions are often made by the senior figures, so figures for authority is key. There are a few importance in building rapport, which the first one is we can facilitate open communication. Trust encourages an openness, which allowing parties to share information freely, which is essential for understanding each other's need and expectation. And the second one is enhanced cooperation. When rapport is established, parties are more likely to work together harmoniously. And the third one is strengthened relationship, where strong relationship built on trust could lead to loyalty and better long-term business outcome. And it also help to reduce misunderstandings, where trust mitigates the likelihood of misinterpretations and conflicts, as parties are more inclined to give each other the benefit of the doubt. There are a few negotiation techniques that can be applied during negotiation, which is the first one is build a personal rapport. Small talk about local culture or food can create a friendly atmosphere. And the second one is demonstrate respect and formality, which upon negotiation, we should use formal titles and address individuals with respect. Start meeting with polite greetings and formal introduction. And the third one is use a collaborative approach, where frame negotiation as a collaborative effort rather than a competitive process, emphasizing mutual benefit and long-term partnership. And the fourth one is provide detailed proposal, as Mexican negotiators appreciate clarity and trueness in documentation. Ensure that our proposal address all potential concerns are well prepared, as they are literally high uncertainty avoidance. Next one is negotiate face-to-face, where face-to-face meetings are really preferred as they facilitate stronger personal connection and clearer communication. The next one is be prepared for counter offers. Mexican may use counter offer to test flexibility, push counter offers with a willingness to negotiate and explore creative solution. And last but not least, employ a gradual bargaining process, which engage in a step-by-step bargaining process, gradually working towards agreement. Allow time for discussion to unfold and be open to iterative negotiations. We choose Walmart and Ford as our case study, which is the first one, Walmart, and its entry to Mexico. Walmart negotiated its entry into Mexican market through a joint venture with Cifra, a Mexican retail company. The negotiations address issues such as market entry strategy, local adaptation, and management structure. And as the outcome, Walmart established a strong presence in Mexico, becoming one of the leading retailers in the country. The success was attributed to Walmart's ability to adapt its business model to local preference and effectively collaborate with a local partner. While Ford negotiated a joint venture agreement with Changan Automobile in Mexico to manufacture vehicles for the local and international market. Key negotiation points is included production capabilities, technology sharing, and market access. And as the outcome, the joint venture allowed Ford to leverage Changan's manufacturing expertise while expanding its market reach. The successful negotiation underscore the value of local partnership and aligning operation strategies. However, there are also few attempts that made by other companies. Lesson learned from the failed attempts is the first one by the Best Buy in Mexico. Best Buy exit from the Mexican market was attributed to a lack of understanding of local consumer behavior and ineffective and ineffective adaptation to market condition. The company struggle with pricing and competition from local retailers. And the second one is JC Penney in Mexico. JC Penney's entry into Mexico faced challenges due to poor market research and misalignment with local retail practices. The company's inability to adjust its business model to fit the Mexican market contributed to its difficulties. As a conclusion, we know that in order for us to penetrate the Mexico market, we really need to learn and dive deep into their culture.
To conclude our presentation on expanding into the Mexican market with a Malaysian restaurant, we explore the Mexican market, including local dining preference and trends by highlighting the need to adapt Malaysian cuisine to fit Mexican taste, identify ways to stand out from local competitors, and discuss the marketing strategies for introduction. Besides, ongoing cultural sensitivity is very important. Continuously learning about and adapting to Mexican food culture is key to success. Building local relationships and respecting cultural norms will help in gaining customer trust and loyalty. Finally, we are eager to further study and practice on the Latin American market. We have to keep up with market trends and adjust strategy as needed. Also, invest in learning about local culture. I encourage everyone to continue studying this unique cultural and to practice these communication and negotiation strategies in real-world scenario. I would like to thank you to our lecturer for guidance and full support on completing this assignment. Thank you.